Even if it was like with a condom.
No.
Really? Dude, have you seen my vagina?
QTube, what's going on? You guys are tuned in for another dosage of Q-Pill. And in this dose right here, you guys see it. I'm going to be reacting to the porn star who shot at me on the Whatever podcast, and I turned her down, and she obviously couldn't believe it. But before we react to it, you guys already know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share my content with your family, friends, colleagues, and your peers so that they can all get a dose of the Q-Pill as well. Without further ado, let's get a dose of this shit. Now, first, let me just address, because I know y'all got questions, so let me just address the question that y'all have in y'all head. Why am I wearing this Eagles hat? Well, because as y'all know, my boys play the Buccaneers tonight, and I decided I need to wear my hat because this may be the last time I actually want to wear the hat because of how they've been playing the past month. I have no faith. I have zero faith. I think the Buccaneers are going to beat our ass tonight. I don't know what's going on with them, but I have absolutely been unsatisfied with the way that they've been playing. I think it's atrocious. I think some moves on the coaching staff need to be made. Some people need to be fired. Some people need to be benched. Whatever the case may be, the Eagles fucking suck. But I'm going to support my team anyway, at least tonight. If they lose tonight, that's why I said this hat may come off. I may not want to wear it again next season. So I'm going to enjoy wearing it tonight for the next 3 hours. But you guys saw the video, the clip in the beginning, the porn star on the Whatever podcast back a couple months ago. When I went on the Whatever podcast, she shot at me on the show. She asked me, why wouldn't I sleep with her? And this video has been circulating Instagram as of late. It's been going viral on Instagram, several different pages. I've seen it. Of course, I haven't been tagged. People act like they don't know me, despite the fact that I have millions of views on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. People just don't want to tag me. But I tag myself, so it's all good. Even when I posted it on my page, it accrued 3.8 million views, 221,000 likes, 50,000 shares, and like 10,000 comments. It was insane. And it's doing similar numbers on the pages that are posting me now. There's like 3 or 4 pages that I've seen me trending on with this clip going viral from the Whatever podcast. So I just wanted to watch the clip with you guys because I said I never did an actual reaction to the clip, which is crazy because when it happened, it wasn't a big deal to me. Even when I posted it, I didn't know this would end up being the most popular video on my Instagram. 3.8 million views. I had no idea that it would accumulate that many views. And I had no idea that it would be a big deal to all of these people who have been DMing me, following me, mentioning me, commending me on my ability to withstand this woman's attempts at trying to seduce me into having sex with her, which really isn't difficult for me to do because I get women in real life. I get women on a daily basis. It's something that comes easy to me. I've been on the Shade Room as one of the zaddies, which sent over 5,000 women to my DM. That's not an exaggeration. I said there's been more women in my DM than women who've been to Chris Brown's concert. So rejecting women isn't something that is difficult for me, especially if they don't meet a certain physical standard and especially if they're sex workers. So we're going to take a look at the full clip and we're going to react to the full clip, and I'm going to tell you guys what was running through my mind and why I rejected her.
What's your type in women?
It's fine. But I like low key. I like introverted. I like feminine. I don't like girls who party or club or anything like that. I like girls who have some substance, some depth. They like to do things like we can kick it in the crib all day.
Would you fuck her?
Would I fuck her? No.
Because I did porn.
Because you did porn, and
even if it was like with a condom.
No.
Really? Dude, have you seen my vagina? You haven't, but like it's on Google. But like it's nice.
I don't dispute that, but I wouldn't fuck you.
Why?
I just can't. It's just a turn off for me.
And it's really that simple. It's just a turn off for me. I can't tell you guys the level of sexual disgust and the level of sexual repulsivity I experience just thinking about a woman who does sex work. I don't care how good she looks. That is negated by the fact that she gets plowed and penetrated and inseminated by other men on a daily. That's not attractive to me. When I tell y'all, if we were in a room alone behind closed doors and nobody would ever find out, I still wouldn't do it, because that's how much I value a woman who has some degree of sexual selectivity and sexual purity. That is a big thing for me, because a woman who behaves in a way to where she's just sexually indiscriminate, that woman is going to cheat on you. You're going to get cucked. That woman has lived a lifestyle that is hedonistic, to where she absolutely needs to fulfill her sexual urges, and she needs to get her rocks off, and she does that by experiencing different men. I can't be a guy who deals with a woman like that. And of course, reading the comments, there are going to be plenty of guys, because she's still cute. She's an attractive girl. She's not ugly. So there's still going to be plenty of guys who aren't as high on the sexual desirability hierarchy as me or other men may be. And they see an opportunity with a woman like this, and they're like, hell yeah, I'd do them. Which is fine. I'm not one to judge, because I understand not every man can get the type of women that they want to get. Some men have to settle for the bottom feeders. They have to settle for the bottom of the barrel, which is what I would consider any sex worker, because she considers herself that by the fact that she engages in sex work. So for me, this was a no-brainer. I mean, some guys actually, honestly though, couldn't believe that I rejected her. And like I said, I received a lot of accolades for it. Good shit, bro. You my new hero. Sigma male this, alpha male that. The comments, I mean, people on different pages just mentioning me, DMing me, just telling me how much they appreciate the fact that I exercised some dick discipline, which isn't difficult in this situation. It's not difficult for me, period, even though I don't subscribe to the concept of semen retention and dick discipline, because we're humans. We're men. We produce billions of sperm a day. There's no reason for us to retain it when we've literally evolved to use it, and use it as often as possible. So I don't agree with that. I don't even understand why I would even do that. If I'm with a woman and we having sex every day, all day, there's no semen retention. So it's an oxymoron. But yes, being in these situations, it's not awkward for me. The fact that she couldn't believe that I wouldn't sleep with her was more surprising to me, though, because I wonder how much attention she actually receives as a sex worker, as a porn star. Now, as I said, she's not ugly, so I wouldn't assume that she gets rejected often, but I also wouldn't assume that she gets a whole bunch of attention because of what she does. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm giving men too much credit. I'm forgetting that most men don't get sex at a satisfying rate. I'm forgetting there's an all-time high of men going sexless over the past 3-4 years. So, of course, they would see a girl like this and want to sleep with her. But that's what really surprised me, and the way she tried to double down on it. And then when she asked me, have I seen it? Because it's on Google. Now, that part took me out. Internally, I was dying. I did a good job of maintaining my composure. But inside, when she asked me that, I actually wanted to crack the fuck up, because I couldn't believe she asked me that. And if y'all ask me, I think something is honestly off with her, because she seems to have this ADHD type energy about her, to where she just can't sit still. If you guys watch the podcast, she was in the camera, she was making faces, she had a lot to say, her energy was on 100. So I don't know if she's on medication or what, but there seems to be something going on there with her cognitively that she may need to see a psychiatrist, outside of the fact that she thinks sex work is okay. But yeah, it wasn't difficult for me. It feels weird reacting to my own video though, because it's me in the video, and like I said, it wasn't a big deal to me when it happened, but now that I see that everybody else is making it blow up and go viral, I said, why not? Why not do a reaction? Why not you guys hear it from the person who was actually in the situation about what was running through my mind and how I was able to just dismiss her like that? It was easy for me. And she was on go from the minute that I walked up. When I walked up and we were waiting to enter the studio, she was who are you? What are you about? Where are you from? She was just all up on me. And this is not something that I haven't experienced being on this podcast before, because there have been several women who have been attracted to me on this podcast. But her approach was way too straightforward. It was way too she was way too interested in me just after 2 seconds of seeing me walk up, which put me on alert. And that's why I said I think something is wrong with her mentally, because that's unusual for a woman to have that much lack of inhibition when it comes to seeing a guy. Most women just do not act on impulse like that, even if they think a guy is attractive and they're overwhelmed by their attraction to that guy. That's not something that you see a lot of women do. So that was off-putting to me from the moment that I walked up, and I knew something was potentially wrong with her. It's an interesting situation to be in. Like I said, I've had plenty of practice in these situations. I get approached by women, cold approached by women every day in real life, no lie. Women walk up to me when I'm leaving Qdoba and ask me, can they have my number, and tell me they're attractive. Women walk up to me in Chick-fil-A and tell me, I know you saw me staring at you. When I see them staring at me, but I choose to continue to go get my Chick-fil-A, and then they approach me when I'm sitting down at a table drinking coffee at Starbucks. Women come, slam their hands on the table and ask me, what's my deal? And I have no idea what they're talking about. And I go, huh? I'm sorry? And they say, do you have a girlfriend or what? And I say, yes, I do have a girlfriend. Oh, okay, I knew it, because I was thinking he was too fine to be sitting here by himself and single. These things have happened to me. These are real stories. These are real occurrences of women cold approaching me in these aggressive ways, trying to get my number. So this was nothing that I haven't experienced before. It was interesting, to say the least, the way she proceeded on, and the way she said her vagina was on Google and said that it was nice, and that was unusual. I don't think I've ever had a woman tell me her vagina was on Google. That's a little different. Y'all gotta admit. Have y'all had women just approach y'all and tell y'all their vagina was on Google? That was a first. That threw me off guard a little bit. Oh, okay. But as y'all can see, I maintain my composure because I'm a rejection connoisseur. Gotta get used to rejecting women. Because as a man, you got to protect your seed. You fall for a woman, you about to invest your time, energy, effort, resources into her. Got to protect your seed. And that's the only form of dick discipline that I say. Protect your seed. If you're going to exercise some dick discipline, at least wear a condom. Unless it's with a sex worker. Then you don't sleep with her at all. You do what I did. No, not even if it was with a condom. Like she asked me. That's the only type of dick discipline y'all really need to be exercising. Wrapping it up and wearing a condom. I couldn't do it though. Sex workers, not me. Sex workers, OnlyFans models, strippers, corn stars. None of them. Can't do it. I explained to her what my type was on the podcast, which was interesting because she knows she didn't match any of those definitions, those descriptions that I described, and yet she still proceeded to act like she was surprised that I wouldn't fuck her. I said feminine, substance, depth. We can lay in the crib and kick it. Just chill, watch movies. I don't like girls who party or club. If I don't like girls who party or club, what on earth would make a woman believe that I would want a woman who's in the adult film industry? Women don't think though. Women they just feel and they talk. She was in shock. She couldn't believe it. And I would have done that with any porn star. It could have been Lisa Ann. I would have did the same thing. Would have said the same thing. Because it's just me. That's just a certain level of integrity that I have when it comes to the type of women I will or won't have sex with. And porn stars, OnlyFans, 304, strippers, any form of sex work are automatically excluded from that list. They're automatically disqualified when I know that's what they do. It's that simple. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I got to go catch this Eagles game. I hope we beat the Bucks. I'll catch you guys on the next dosage of Q-Pill. I'm Suave Q, a.k.a. the Q-Pill. Over and out.